We are just weeks away from our giant move out to the new homestead, halfway across the country, a little over 1,000 kilometers in total. And we are going to be traveling with all of our animals, 4 horses, 11 chickens, a couple of rabbits, and a dog. A lot of people ask if we're taking our animals, and when we answer, we say yes, and they ask, well, how are we going to do that? We have put a lot of thought into it. This has been our biggest stressor for this whole move, was making sure the animals were comfortable during the long drive. And yeah, we just want to share some of the things we did, and then hopefully any of you have any tips or tricks on how to travel with these animals on a long distance. We'd love to hear about it. We are going to be taking all 4 of our horses with us to the new homestead. We managed to track down a large stock trailer that will fit all 4 of them, including the Clydesdale. So we're pretty excited. We have been practicing and getting them loaded in the trailers, and yeah, we're looking forward to making it as comfortable as possible for them on this trip. This is our boy Finnegan. He is afraid of his own shadow. He also has gastric ulcers. He's a good horse, but he doesn't travel well, so we consulted our vet, and they are going to come out and give him a light sedation so that he takes the 10-hour ride in the trailer a little more comfortably. And yeah, hopefully we can keep him healthy. We'll also give him some herbal supplement to help keep him calm during the trip. We will also be bringing all 10 hens and our rooster along with us. We do have a few of these large dog crates, unfortunately not enough, so we went ahead and fashioned some large boxes to keep a couple of the chickens. Most of them pair off pretty naturally, so we can fit a few of them in each one of these boxes, and they'll get along for the trip, and they'll have access to food and water, and hopefully we can keep them comfortable on the journey. The last couple of weeks we have put these crates down for the chickens and let them get used to going in and out of them and spending time in them. So they're quite comfortable with them, so they should be comfortable for the ride out there. Some other things we did to get the chickens ready for their big trip was we deloused and we dewormed. We went ahead and treated for any possible mites. We haven't had any issues since the last treatment we did, but just to make sure we're not bringing anything to the new homestead, we went ahead and made sure they were treated. We tried not to pack away too much of our medications. We've got some Vet RX. And we also packed up some electrolytes to put in their water and keep them good and hydrated for the trip. It's going to be good and cool, so we don't anticipate too much dehydration or anything. And yeah, they should be good and comfortable. Our little house bunnies will also be joining us on the journey to the new homestead. And to keep them as comfortable as possible, we have been feeding them and basically letting them hang out in this large dog kennel. And it will be filled with hay and litter, and we will have a water source for them. And we also went ahead and packed our critical care and baby laxatives in the event we do get any GI stasis from the stress. These guys tend to not handle stress very well, so we're hoping that we can keep them as comfortable as possible and make the journey as painless as possible for them as well. We have had issues with GI stasis in some of our bunnies in the past. We found the best thing when we see signs of it are these baby laxatives. A dropper of that seems to usually clear up anything that might be obstructing them. We've also gotten from the vets in the past this critical care, so we'll make sure to have both these on hand in case we see any signs of distress in the bunnies during the trip or when we get them to their destination. Our young guardian dog Luna will also join us on the trip, and anyone else out there with guardian dogs, they tend to not like to travel in vehicles very much. Some of them don't even like going in the house. So we have spoken to the vet. We have had issues with her getting sick on car rides before, so they're going to give us a light sedative and a anti-nausea medication, and we'll help keep her comfortable. She will get a dose of electrolytes the day before in her water, help hydrate her, because animals tend to not want to eat or drink very much when they're under stress, so we're going to make sure everybody's good and hydrated as well. Just a tip, we did phone ahead to find a vet in the area closest to us that does treat large animal and exotics. So if you are going to be doing anything like this, we suggest you go ahead and do that as well. That way, if you do have any incidents, you can get on the phone with them and have them ready to go as soon as you arrive. Well, that concludes pretty much everything we've thought of to prepare our animals for this long trip. We did mention a couple of times about electrolytes. We are going to treat, we have found in the past if you put too much in that water, they won't drink it at all. So just be mindful if you're in this situation and you're going to be using those electrolytes. We also went ahead and put together a little quick emergency kit for all the animals, whatever medications and treatments that we use on the different animals. We tried to keep in one place so that in the event we have any situations, we can go ahead and manage that. Thanks for watching, and if you guys have any tips or tricks, please share them, and we'd love to hear from you guys.